Hey guys, so as promised, I'm back on YouTube, and I decided that to come back onto YouTube again, that I was going to do a video for you guys where you could ask me anything you wanted. So on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook yesterday, I asked everyone to drop any question they can, and I'm going to pick 10 from random, and then I'm going to answer them. So here goes. Okay, number one is from... Oh, okay. So the number one question that everyone was asking me mainly was, does my dick tattoo hurt? Well, did it hurt when I got it tattooed? Obviously, like, I posted a picture recently which made everyone see it again and then ask about it. No, it actually didn't. I had it done when I was around 18, 19. And I did it myself, and it was probably one of the least painful tattoos I've had. The ones that hurt the most actually were my fingers. Okay, number two, this one's from Instagram, and it's from Lost Paradise EX_X. Hi. What do I do in my free time? Honestly, I don't have much free time. I'm constantly working on different projects and different things. But when I do, I'd say that like my number one favourite thing to do is just kind of catch up with life. Whether that is just like hanging out with my friends and going out for a drink or for lunch and trying to reconnect with everyone where I've been away for a few weeks, or if that's just me sitting in my bedroom for a few days and just kind of catching up on like all the things like Game of Thrones, like Screen Queens. Screen Queens is on now, and a few other shows that I enjoy, so it's kind of me just reconnecting with the world whenever I do have free time. Number three is from Instagram as well, and it's from Demi Ashka_Dashka. I think that's how I say it. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Why did I start singing, and who do I want to sing with? I actually started singing because of you guys. I did an interview in a blog, and they were like, what is your past life and before porn and everything else that you do, and what did you kind of do and study? And one of the things I studied was musical theatre just after I studied law. And I was a singer, dancer, and actor, and someone said, would you post a video of you singing? So I did Lana Del Rey video games, which I know a few of you have had. And then from there on, everyone was just like, you have to sing more, you have to like do something else for us. And then I kind of started playing around with doing some more covers, but then I thought, well, why not just create a single? And then from there on, it just turned into an album. So it's your fault. Number five is from Goodwithme_Aaron. It's 2 A's. Is the porn industry all that glamorous, and do they treat me okay? Yes, it is. I do enjoy the parties, I do enjoy the nightlife, I do enjoy talking to all of you on a daily basis. Fuck you, cat! He's so cute. Okay, so yeah, it's fun, it's the parties, I do enjoy connecting with everyone on social media. It's given me a lot of opportunities, and I've done so much because of it. But yes, it does have its dark side, but honestly, I've not really been inflicted by it all that much. When I first started out, I kind of had like a bumpy start, and like one or two things weren't exactly particularly nice, and it was very self-esteem destroying kind of thing. But since then, I've had such an amazing and incredible experience, and like I'm not gonna let one person bully me, like bother me, and it's been really, really good fun ever since, and I've really, really loved it. I know a few people haven't had great times, but I mean, it's the same with any job. Like, some people love their job, some people don't love their job. But personally, everyone that I know, besides that one person I just spoke about, really, really enjoys the industry, and I think it is glamorous, and I think it's fun, and I really do love it. Number six is from Facebook, from J Heathius. I hope I said your last name right. Talk about self-image and how to make it the way I have. I wouldn't say I've made it. If I had made it, I wouldn't have to work so hard. Self-image is important and not important. For me, it's not important because I personally just don't give a fuck. I don't care what I say on social media. I don't care what images I'm going to put out there. I know that a lot of people are very hung up on their social media and their public appearance and the way that they talk and act around people. But then I personally feel like I'm going to be putting on some big stage performance each time I meet any of you, and I'm going to be tired, and you're going to be tired of seeing it. So I would just rather just be myself, and if people don't like it, they don't like it, and if they do like it, then that's great, and I want to share myself as much as you want to share yourselves with me. So as far as that part of selfish, blah, 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 I wish I could speak. That part of self-image, then yes, it's very unimportant to me, and I would say that the most important thing is just showing you who I really am. As far as bodily wise, I've never really given a flying F about what I look like. I've set out into the modeling industry and the porn industry to show people that you did not have to be the Bellamy or Sean Cody factory made model and have the chiseled abs and chest and arms, and that you could just be that boy next door kind of look and still do successful and do really, really well. I've never been particularly defined. There's been times where I have kind of shaped out a little bit and defined, just like a tiny bit, but I've never really I've never really hit the gym. I've never really done big dietary things, because personally I want to be an image and an inspiration to people who feel like they can't do something or be something because of the way that the world perceives them to need to look, or the way that we've all been kind of forced to think is the ideal sort of male figure. I'm not beach blonde or tanned looking at all. I'm head to toe in tattoos. My hair changes like the weather, and I've always just been myself. I dress how I want. I act do whatever I want, and that's the main important for me. As long as I'm being true and honest to myself, and I can inspire others to feel empowered about their bodies and their personalities, then I feel like I've done something amazing and I can die happy. Okay. Number 7 is from Christian Adams and Rebecca Hogan. They both had the same question, so I just thought, fine, I'm just going to answer both. How did I get to where I am? I don't know if you mean by porn or whatever. I guess I just kind of explained music. But porn-wise, I was found on Grindr when I was around 20, I think, yeah, 20. And it was just before my birthday, about 3 months before my birthday, and one studio in particular, which is my first one, the guy there from Staxis, was messaging me. Eventually I gave him my email and said, would you please consider coming down, doing a solo, just kind of getting a feel for what we're like here. And for a long time I was like, no, there's no friggin' way, I'm never going to do this. But then the reason I did do it was because of my mum. She was like, you're only young once, and you're only going to look a certain way for a certain amount of time, go for it. And I think that you'd be a really good person for the industry to kind of help maybe remodel and reshape the way that people think men need to feel and look and feel about themselves. And I was just like, yes, I love this idea, I love your mum, so let's do this. So my mum is one of my biggest supporters as well in that instance, and she always talks to you guys on Twitter as well, which is really, really cool. This one is from Twitter, and it's from _Angie. Why an American studio now? Mainly there's a few factors. One, I've done UK porn and only UK porn for 1.5 years, and I'd worked with every single studio, worked with every single model I'd want to work with. So there was really no reason for me to kind of just keep repeating the same thing. And I started working with the same people more than once or twice, and for me it was just recycling, and I didn't want to do that. Number 2 was I wanted to try and get an exclusive contract, which I have now, and basically do like a once a month scene, and then spend all my other time working on my other projects, like my music, like something I'm writing at the moment, which you'll all get to see soon, the documentary that hopefully I'm going to be on, and the movie I'm in. So I basically just wanted to do all those things, and I would not have time for that if I was filming every single week, and I would have to fit everything around that. So I thought if I just fly out, do one scene a month, and then the rest of the time I have working, doing events, doing music, doing whatever. The third one is just because financially, like, the UK industry isn't, like, very good paying their models, and I knew that, like, I was working so much and doing, like, long hours for almost, like, little to nothing with some studios. Not that I don't love them, because I've always loved working for those studios, but I then thought, well, I would rather work somewhere, do just as much work, but not have to work so much, and still have this, like, financially be very like secure. So I decided to make the jump in that respect as well. But essentially, I also love working for Naked Sword as well. Mr. Pam and Bray, I just like, and obviously Sister Roma. Otherwise, yeah, without those three, like, I don't know where I'd be in porn. I love those guys so much right now. Number 9 is from Nikki Taylor, again on Twitter. What's my inspiration and writing process with music? It kind of changes. Usually I write the song first, and then at the moment I'm working a lot with Alex Ray, which you guys have seen. I've just produced 2 tracks for him. One was co-produced with Will Reed. But I basically kind of like write something, sing it, and go, like, I send a recording to them going, what do you think this sounds like? Drop it to him, and then he completely just makes a beat there. Or I go, I have a really good idea, I want something like this, I want it to be quite dark, and then he like sends me this track, and I'm like, yes! And then I just like write to that track. Sometimes he will come to me with something he's produced and go, what do you think of this? And I'm like, that would sound really cool if we tried this with that, and then throw some lyrics at him, and he's like, yes, this is amazing. So it kind of changes every time. I kind of found that I just let it happen as it's going to happen. If I try and force something, then I'm screwed. But the one thing I do find is I write my best stuff when I'm on my way to like an event or whatever. So like when I'm on a plane for like 10 hours, the best thing to do is just sit there, have a glass of red wine, and just write a couple of songs, or like the beginnings of songs. Or if I'm completely on my own at home and the cats aren't pissing me off, then yes, I'll like write something then. The last one is from Facebook, and it says, do you think that people think they're friends with you just because they have you on social media? It's happened a few times where people have kind of like, I followed them and then they've kind of made out I'm like their best friend to people, or they're constantly talking to me in a way that we've known each other for years, and sometimes that can be kind of uncomfortable. Because I've never really met this person, I'm like, you're kind of being a bit heavy right now. But then I just kind of remember that at the end of the day, that person is a fan that just wants to get to know me a bit more. And that's why things like this are really important, that I do Q&As and kind of go out there and meet all of you. So then you do get to know the real person behind all the social media. Equally, things on Facebook and social media can be a bit weird. Like, for instance, like, I'm not an escort, but then I get like a lot of people trying to offer me money for things, and I'm just like, that's not cool with me. But all of my friends do it, and like they all do very well, but it's something that A, I don't have time for, and B, I just don't really want to do. Another thing is when people send me dick pics and like their bums and their buttholes and stuff, and that's like something I'm really not into, and that's kind of why I'm not on Snapchat anymore, because it was just constant like flashing of people's privates. That's cool if you want to do that, but don't send it to me. Maybe send it to a potential suitor that maybe isn't me. I don't know. But for me, like, my opinion with that is, they're like, well, I've seen your dick, and I'm like, but I didn't force you to see it. You went out and sought to find it. And you would have had to have clicked on something or followed me to have seen it. I didn't make you see it, whereas your sending this to me and throwing it right in my face. You're like face raping me right now. So yeah, like my opinion with that is don't like force yourself on people. Like that's the kind of shit you see people don't really like on Grindr and stuff. Again, if you don't have this, like if you don't like those apps and what they do, don't download them. But yeah, for me, I think that social media is one of these outlets where everyone has a chance to communicate with models and porn stars and singers and actors and blah, and basically word their opinion and how they feel about that person and what that person does for them or what they think of their work or whatever. And that's why I love social media, and that's why I'm so heavily involved in social media. I cannot fucking speak today. I'm so sorry. I've got such a dry mouth. Anyway, yeah, it's basically a really good outlet for all of us to kind of communicate with you guys and find out what you want to see us do and what you want to hear us kind of involved in or whatever. But at the same time, it does have its demons and it does have its dark side, and there is the negative comments. So for instance, like, people always ask me, do I watch my scenes and read the comments? Personally, no. I don't know a lot of porn stars that do read their comments, purely just because you get the ones that don't like porn stars and just troll like crazy and just message all of us and just go whatever. Whereas on social media, they don't really do it. I think maybe it's because we're more likely to see it and we can just like say, excuse me, that's not cool, like, don't say that shit. But I don't know. I can talk about this forever. It's probably another video that's probably worth doing. I don't know. But yes, anyway, I hope that answers that social media question. And as promised, I said I would shout out as many people as I could kind of cram into this video, because I didn't want to make this video too long. So on Instagram, I want to say hi to Timmy Young, which is Timmy C. Young, Dylan Jones, which is that random guy 0420, and Kenneth Rowan, which is Rowan Kardashian. Facebook, Jake Hutley, Harry Smith, and Mitch Hudson. Hi. And on Twitter, Alaska Wolf and Kirk Virgil. So if I didn't answer your questions, I'm so sorry. But what I am planning on doing is doing another questionnaire and another shout out video where I will do all of this again. So hopefully your questions will be in there that time. I always try and answer your questions online anyway. So if you do have a question, I'm going to stay online all day today, and I'm going to post an Instagram picture, and hopefully you guys can ask away and whatever. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you so much for supporting my new music and everything. I have 2 new singles out right now, so please go and buy them and listen to them on YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify and everything else. Just go do it, god damn it. But please, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. It's been an amazing 2 years, and I hope that we're going to be around for 2 more. So